Oh, true. Remember, this began with a failed 4-gate by Classic as well. Like, that was remember, it was Clem going into his bio opener. It was Classic going 4-gates blink and failing as well. Like, it was a lot going on. It was a lot in that last game. But here we go. We're getting into the finals. Getting into game 1 and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Tourmaline. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player, the South Korean Protoss, representing Virtus Pro. It is Classic. Here we go. We have our PvP, we have our finals here, and Classic and herO, they often go back and forth. I do favor herO coming into the finals, but we do often see these players trade blows, especially in PvP, just because of how chaotic this dynamic can be. Classic is very fond of proxies. He's very fond of one base all-ins, proxy robo, so I expect to see that at least twice in this series. We'll see if herO can keep up. For now, welcome to Tourmaline. Tourmaline is one of the smallest maps in the map pool, a hyper-aggressive map, which means you can all-in even from back at home. You don't need a proxy. For now, 2-gate. 2-gate opener out of Classic, a 2-gate opener out of herO. Classic moves out with his probe, herO already in position to scout for the pylon. He's here to scout. Second pylon gets thrown down in the main base. herO, he does confirm. He knows that there is no proxy. And Classic about to do the same. Classic does the same. So far, everything is above board. So far, so good. Here being as long as possible, it does go for the pylon block. Back at home, it's going to be a double stalker. Sorry, it's going to be a sentry opener into additional stalkers from herO. Opening up stalker sentry. You know what? Classic opened up double stalker. So Classic, he does have the stronger army early on. He's moving out. Catching out the first stalker. Miscontrol out of herO. Yeah, herO has to pull back. herO is in danger. But Classic is reinforcing. Here he does have the defender's advantage. Coming in with the flank, a very nice force field. He looks down. Oh no, he tries to lock down the stalker. They will trade 1 for 1. Does he get the second? Looks like he will. Yeah, nice setup here by herO. Very nice control. The flanking sentry, the flanking force fields. Crazy. Ooh. As here he has to respect the tall grass. herO has to respect it, but overall this was a better trade for the red Protoss. As it killed 2 stalkers for 1. As herO chasing down 2 additional stalkers. Classic cannot afford to lose this. He's pulling back home, and no defensive shield battery, but he does have his own force fields. Trying to lure herO in. Here come the force fields. Oh! Sentry, they push forward. herO, he commits. It does trade 1 for 1. Now going for the sentries. We'll get both. And both sentries go down. Oh no! Losing another stalker. And as the dust settles here, we have an almost even trade. Still slightly better for herO. herO trading out 3 stalkers and a sentry for 3 stalkers and 2 sentries. So slightly better trades. Classic overextends. Oh. Does try to punish though. Here, one of his stalkers are out in the open. Oh, as here he almost gets surrounded. And from here, getting flanked. And here, he should not be out here. He's going to lose everything. Every stalker's going to fall. Ay, ay, ay. Oof. Okay, decent trade towards the end. Oh my god, the target firing. Here he barely evens it up. Again, a really intense early game behind this. We're taking up in a blink. We do have a Dark Shrine for Classic. Does herO have a Robo? Ooh, he does not. herO, he's going for a third Nexus before Robo. Hyper greed out of herO, and this happens from time to time. This game may just be over. It is not uncommon. It happens at Max Packs, it happens to herO, it happens at Classic as well. But there are games in PvP where if a player goes DTs and there is no detection, that's just GG. And right now, there's no Stargate, there's no Robo, there's no Forge. herO doesn't notice the shimmer. Does he notice? Oh. herO hyperfixated here on the main army. Cashing out a Stalker. This is going to be forcing herO all in. Yeah, herO, he's all in. He's going to commit. Did he notice that shimmer? He did. Robo's on the way, so he noticed the shimmer. Thankfully, there was no proxy pylon across the map. Otherwise, that could have been game. That should have been game. It still can be. Yeah, herO diving into the natural at the same time. The Robo is still in production. DTs a pull off into the bases. Nice force fields here out of herO, but they're a defensive Dark Templar as well. DTs there everywhere. Despite that, herO trading as best he can, diving on the Stalkers. herO is trading well. Sniping as many Stalkers as he can. But across the map, the Robo was denied, so still zero detection. No detection. DTs everywhere. No mining either. Zero mining in the main base, zero mining at the natural. No economy. GG. GG gets called. Zero detection, zero economy, and Classic takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Again, it happens. It is something that does occur here. We've seen players like herO, like we just saw, Classic and Max all insta GG once DTs arrive. There are certain circumstances, like we just saw, where a Protoss player does play it greedily without scouting and does go for a faster third base before the Robo. So without a Robo, without detection, that's game. That is game then and there. GG, well played. Classic takes game number 1. Despite that, here he was still doing a lot of damage across the map. That is true, but there was never any way that he could actually deal with the Dark Templar. There's no way. And now we're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of 10,000 feet, we have the red Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss for T1. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss, the blue Protoss player himself. Representing Virtus Pro, it is Classic. Invisible Man OP, baby. I mean, it is one of the worst things about PvP is that you can't just insta GG with Dark Templar. It happens a little bit in other matchups. It does happen from time to time against Terran. Like DTs against Terran, if you can catch a Terran early on as they mule, then that also results in an insta GG as well. Like we've seen Beyond, we've seen Cure die to that. It's rare, but it does occur. So it's unfortunately it's a part of the game. It happens. Smooch. But here we go. From here, 2-gate opener out of Classic. Meanwhile, herO going for a greedy build, going for a single gateway into a faster Nexus. So greedy herO, he throws down the gauntlet. He's like, hey, I'm gonna cut corners. What are you gonna do about it? As we have the gate into Cybercore into faster Nexus. Classic, I believe he does scouts. Yeah, Classic is in the main base. He scouts, he confirms. Classic, he sees how greedy herO is being, and Classic should react with a 1-base all-in. There it is. Pro moves out, setting up for the proxy, setting up for the Robo. So 1-base all-in out of Classic. herO, he should go for his own reactive Robo. He knows he got scouted. herO, he gets across the map. He should see that a pylon is missing. And we need a defensive Robo here. No shot, he still expands. Okay, he's going for it. Robo's in position. Okay, thank God. He goes to the Stargate before Nexus. So herO, he does not go for the faster expansion. This is still going to be a difficult defense. With this, he can make defensive Void Rays. Void Rays, they have their place in PvP in the early game, just as a defensive unit. but this won't be as clean of a defense as a robo would have. So a defense is possible, but still going to be difficult. As remember, herO is still expanding. Still expanding. Or Classic is reinforcing. Ah, god damn it, the YouTube stream went down again. What can I do? What can I do? I will make sure to change the server after this though. Because clearly something is broken. So I think the plan for this week is to download and then restream these streams. I think that's the plan. Specifically on YouTube. For the past 3 streams. Let's merge. As Classic does bust into the main, the boys are being pulled, and again the one-base all-in has arrived. He's off a Stalker. Gets one of the Stalkers, he can out control, he can out micro, and he should just overwhelm. It breaks through every Stalker. Here he went Oracle first, not Void Ray, so here he should not be able to defend. He does have a Void Ray on the way though. It's in production. And it should barely pop out. That's gonna be close. Oh, the pylon! Oh, he gets a pylon, depowers the Stargate, no Void Ray, and with that, that should be game. There's nothing to defend. GG gets called, and Classic, he will take a 2-0 lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, herO, he was so greedy to go for a Gate Cyber expand. Did go for the Gate Cyber Stargate expand, but still a very greedy build, especially considering he got scouted. That's the thing, he got scouted, he was spotted, he was seen. He still went for the Stargate, not for the Robo. Went for the Oracle. The Oracle failed to get damage done across the map, and that meant that there was no Void Ray to defend. GG. GG, well played. Whew. With that, Classic is up 2-0. He's up 2-0 in the series and 1 game away from claiming the series here and now. Automass is all he needs. 1 more game. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1, down heavily in the series. Can he recover? Can he bounce back? Can he make a series out of this? The pressure is on. It is herO. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player, the other South Korean Protoss, representing Protoss Pro. Leading the series 2-0, 1 more game away from claiming the series here and now. It is Classic. Here we go, and so far this has been a very Protoss, or it's been a very Korean PvP. Game 1 was Classic going DTs and herO not having detection. Game 2 was Classic going for a 1-base all-in and herO being greedy. And Game 3, what are we going for this time? There's been a trend. I don't know if you noticed, there's been a trend so far in this series. It's every game herO has been greedy and every game has been punished. Game 1, he went for a 3rd Nexus before Robo, so he had no detection and he died. Game 2, he went for a Nexus before Robo, and when he even opted to go for the Stargate opener as well into Oracle, and was killed for his greed as well, going for the single gate opener. This time, 2 gate opener out of herO, 2 gate opener out of Classic. The probe does move out for both players, and we're expecting to see some pylons. Oh, Classic. It looks like he's going for a fake proxy pylon. herO's could be real. So this pylon placement here from Classic tells us that Classic wants herO to probe scout. He wants herO to see that the pylon is missing and wants herO to overreact. But we can see that there's no Stargate, there's no Robo, there's nothing here. So it's a fake one. It's a fake proxy pylon out of Classic. herO also a fake proxy pylon on his side of the map. I say that herO could use this and could actually go for a Stargate. Robo. One base all in. Okay, one base all in out of herO. The rush distance by ground is a little bit long. This proxy location is still on herO's side of the map, so it's a little bit of a wonky proxy here, but he can still make this work. We'll see how Classic reacts. Classic comes in with a probe, and Classic should confirm that a pylon is missing. We'll see if he does. He goes in. Oh, doesn't go further. So he doesn't go further in just because he wants to save the probe. He pulls back. Behind this, Classic going for his own robo opener. Now, if you remember, this is what I wanted out of herO last game, but herO went for the Stargate. Robo openers are so much safer, so very safe build here by Classic. Essentially, we have quote-unquote mirrored builds, with herO proxying going for the all-in, but Classic's own robo is back at home to defend, so Classic does have the advantage here. 2-gate robo out of Classic, 2-gate robo out of herO. herO's is more aggressive, Classic's is more defensive. And again, this should be favoring Classic. Going for the Prism first. Classic is fanning out. He checks for the proxy Stargate location. Checks the center. And it looks like he will find the robo. He will find it. Even going for the pylon itself. Shields get triggered. Ooh, Classic getting caught. Yeah, Classic gets caught out. He will trade 1 for 1. He may lose another. It barely pulls away by reinforcements en route. Oh. Saves the Stalker. Nice control there by Classic. You see him deviate away. Does move away with that Prism. Oh, Classic forced to engage. Nice control out of herO. Saves both Stalkers. But Classic is going for the kill shot. He's going for the robo. He's going for the pylon, and he should depower. Here he commits across the map, and so does Classic. What is it to defend? 1 immortal. There's 1 immortal defensively. Shield battery only just now began. Robo's depowered. Classic's moving in. Boys, they have to be pulled. Oof. Yeah, brutal losses there. Boys are being pulled. Classic barely holding on. And Classic has a massive army across the map. There's 5 Stalkers. Against 4. True. So far, nice control out of Classic. He does micro back. Saves the Stalkers, but does get zoned away. Oof. Yeah, he is zoned away. Here he holds. As here he moves down to the lower ground. Classic back into the main base, but here he is ready. Okay, he's ready in the main, coming for the surround as well. Classic, oh no, he gets surrounded! Prism goes down. Here he defends. He defends, he cleases up completely. Classic was playing with fire, and it was not worth it, as he will lose every single Stalker, the Prism as well. And again, Classic was meant to have the better position. I mean, he kind of still has, as he's had this robo producing this entire time. So Classic still has an advantage. But here has momentum. Here he has momentum. Both players can micro, both players have their prisms. Comes down to the army control. herO going for the gateway. Ooh, picks off a Stalker. Stalker goes down. Oh no! Here he miscontrols, bleeding out an immortal. That should not have happened. An upside shade into the mineral line. Getting 3 probes. 3 probes go down. 4 probes even. At the same time, Classic also in the main base of herO. Probes are also falling. Everything's on fire. It's all flashing red. Classic, he maintains control of the ramp. So far, so good. An upside shade back into the mineral line once again. herO down to 18 probes. No mining. As Classic does have that immortal lead. He's ahead in immortal. herO, he repowered that robo. Bear that in mind. Goes back into the main. Classic is ready. Once again, Classic going for the pylon. Going for the proxy. Does depower. Here he's ready back at home. I'm sure he wants to bait Classic in again. So bait him in. And Classic, all he has to do is just check for the base. Just check for the expansion, then get the hell out of here. Goes in, confirms, no base. Has to pull away. He's going back in. Bold move. Last time he was punished. Oh, God. Yeah, Stalker, it's gonna happen again. Stalker's intercept, the prism is gonna be focused down, and Classic, he has to recall. He has to get out of here. No. There's not enough room. Yeah, not enough room as the prism goes down. Massive loss for Classic. He should not have been here. He was just too greedy looking for damage. Ay. That's the second time that's happened this game, by the way. Classic, he lost the prism the first time out here, pushing into the main. Once again, went into the main base and also got punished. Twice this game. And that lead that Classic had, not anymore. That was 2 Immortals. Remember, that was 2 Immortals going down. He would have had 4, potentially even 5 Immortals. And he could have gone for the 1 base all in. I mean, now he's still 1 base all in, but it's even weaker, right? This is a weaker all in with half of the amount of the Immortals they should have. Here he backstab with the depths. Nothing's in position. And it's looking like we have a series. Not again. Not again. God damn it. Drops into the main base. Prism gets zoned away. Oh, no. Not again, Pappy, not again. As Immortals are isolated, they're going to be going down, losing both Immortals. And GG gets called. GG gets called. herO, he fights back, he puts a one on the board. We have a series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Let's go. GG, well played here. As a herO, he does put a point on the board. He does fight back. Again, Classic, he had some big advantages this game, but twice we saw Classic overextend, go into the main base, and lose full war prisms, full of Immortals, full of Stalkers, full of everything. So again, some big missteps there from Classic, just being overly greedy, just overly aggressive, and did overextend too many times. GG. GG, well played with that. So the comeback has begun, and we'll see if herO can bring this all the way to the ace match. Let's go. Let's go. Getting to the next game. And this morning in the bottom right hand corner we have, top right hand corner we have the South Korean Protoss player. He has put a point on the board, and can he bring us all the way to the ace match for T1? It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss, the South Korean Protoss for Virtus Pro. It is Classic. Here we go. Here we go as we are getting into our next game. Into game number 4 of the series, and herO, can he keep up this momentum? I mean, I will say that so far this series doesn't bode well for herO, just because it feels like last game it was Classic making more mistakes than it was herO kind of like being able to out control or outplay him. I mean, you could argue that it was, herO taking advantage of that mistakes. True, was able to take advantage of that, but I would imagine that Classic's gonna calm down a little bit when he gets momentum, like when he gets ahead. If he gets ahead. True. We'll see. For now, 2-gate. 2-gate open out of herO. Meanwhile, for the first time this series, Classic is going for a singular gateway into a cybercore, into a faster expansion. Okay, now this is not the first time we've seen it this series, but the first time we're seeing it from Classic. If you remember, herO attempted this previously and was punished for it in game number 1. Sorry, in game 2. It was in game 2 where herO was punished. Oh, and unlike Classic, herO's not probe scouting. No shot. 0 probe scout out of herO here on White Rabbit. So Classic is going for a greedy build, and Classic, he is going to get away with it. If you remember what happened in game 2, herO did the same thing, but Classic scouted. So because Classic scouted, he reacted with a proxy robo into a 1-base all-in. But herO doesn't have the opportunity to do that. Doesn't have the opportunity to proxy, to react, because he has no scouting, he has no information. So big gamble here from herO. He decides not to scout. Classic going for the Nexus, already on location. And Classic will take a lead early on. Typically, the pressure would be on the opposing player to punish, but herO doesn't know he has to punish. That's the issue here. He doesn't know how greedy Classic is being. The probe is now moving out. Here he is rallying. He's rallying across the map as we speak. He did open up a Stalker Sentry into another 2 Stalkers. Another pair on the way. So here he is being aggressive as he can with 2 gates. Setting up for the proxy pylon. Even going for hallucinations. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. Here he commits. He's tanking shots. Now going for the Sentry. Ooh, Sentry goes down. Yeah, Sentry does fall. The hallucinations, they tanked a lot of shots. Did their job. But there's the NG overcharge. Yeah, NG overcharge. herO is being shut down. Losing both Stalkers. He will get the Sentry at least. Does get the Sentry. Oof. Picks up the Sentry. herO, he does have momentum though. Sentry goes down. herO still coming in, warping in across over the slow warpins, even getting his own shield battery. Oh no! Oh my god. Is it going to be enough? Boys are being pulled. The battery is now up. herO, he's got 4 Stalkers. And herO, he looks like he's barely going to overwhelm. And again, the MVP Sentry, the MVP hallucinations. Did I speak too soon? The Immortal. The Immortal's out. He's just one though. Immortals are good. Are they that good? They're pretty good. gets all 4. Jesus, oh my god. The one Immortal takes on 4 Stalkers. Classic is holding on. Yeah, he holds, he defends, and Classic, he gets away with a better economy. 33 probes to 28 workers for herO. Remember, this was supposed to kill, by the way. This was meant to kill. This is meant to end the game. It failed to do so. So herO, he's behind economically. herO, he's behind when it comes to tech. The Twilight Council just now finishing up. And Classic, he will be able to maintain his lead. He's just going to chill here on 2 bases. From here, we expect to see a Twilight Council into Glaive Adepts. Glaive Adepts would be the logical choice here from Classic, as he is prioritizing his Immortal count. We'll see. The other option would be Charge. Both can fare well with Immortals, as one Adept is caught. That's catch on the Adept. Oh. Kills a probe. Does at least catch a probe. Twilight Council is now done. Show us what you got. Charge, Glaives, or Blink. That's now Classic is warping in. He actually doesn't have the money to start any upgrade. Yes, he got the Twilight Council, but he's just going to commit across the map. He smells blood in the water. I mean, true, there's no Blink, there's no Immortals. Force fields will be key here. He does lock down the army though. Okay, he zones away the Immortals. Oh no! A bit of miscontrol. Yeah, Miss Rally losing one of those Stalkers. Messy engage here from Classic. The boys are being pulled, the Immortals are moving in. Classic, you know, he's so close to breaking herO. he is close. Oh, does force on the ramp. Zones hero away. Catching up the stalkers. Oh, diving on the prism. Okay, prism goes down. The immortals are on their own. Yeah, they're on their own. Nice force field. Looks like one immortal should get picked up. Gets one. And, oh, won't quite get the other, though. The boys doing well for themselves, but so many probes are dying. This Classic, he just wants to trade out, reinforcing with Adepts. Final immortal falls. But that's going to be 21 probe kills. There's no economy, baby. And it was Glaives, as we mentioned. Like, this was the logical conclusion here, just because massive all into Glaives is very common 2-base all in. Classic, very fond of it. The purpose of this, Glaive Adepts, they don't scale well into a longer game, but this isn't going to be a longer game. I guess what? We're not macroing out of this, Pappy. We're committing. Adepts are moving out. Shading towards the main. Back at home here, he's down to 36 workers. Again, not even 2-base saturation. Let's say shed into the natural. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting up to 5 probes. Can we get 6? Oh, barely not. 5 workers go down. And that isn't the best trade for Classic, considering that was 4 Adepts, but specifically because herO already has a stifled economy, I mean, it means how much more. Because herO, he's still just stumbling his way into a longer game, he's still stumbling his way into his economy. 37 probes. More Adepts are moving in. Oh, nice catch from herO, very nice. herO is moving out. He does have Blink. Blink is the one advantage that herO has. So he has micro potential with those stalkers. herO pushing into the third. Diving into the middle line. It is going to be a one-way trip here. Oh. Unless he can blink away and recall. Meanwhile, no, Adepts, they get back in. They get back into the natural. Not like this. Adepts, they pull away, catching out a couple of probes. Here, still looking for damage. Here, he's desperate for damage. Lassie gets surrounded. There's the recall with the stalkers. We have 4 stalkers left. There's the recall back home, but this is still not worth of a herO, losing far too much. Another stalker goes down, saving 3 stalkers at the end. And again, hero's on his last legs. He has been for a long time. Just the defense at his natural was just too brutal. He just lost far too many probes. That was what, 21 plus probes going down. It's critical damage. And here he was unable to recover. And we're going for the base trade. We're going for the base trade. Classic, he does send everything across the map. So does herO. But there's a defensive immortal. And with that, Classic isn't going to be able to hold on. Classic, he defends, he attacks, he gets across the map. Once again, takes down the middle line. GG gets called, and Classic, he will take the series 3-1, becoming this week's WardiTV Monday champion. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to you to Classic. He will take it 3-1. Again, a very chaotic series is what I will say, and honestly, he could have 3-0'd. Like, I'm still thinking about game 3 where Classic, he did overextend, he was making mistakes, he was just being overly greedy and overly aggressive, and Classic, he lost his lead multiple times in game 3 that gave herO a chance in this series, but alas, here in game number 4 we saw that herO, he did not probe scouts. Remember, he didn't probe scouts. What occurred this game, Classic went for a very greedy build, herO didn't probe scouts, so Classic got away with a greater economy. He was ahead economically, and he was always ahead economically this entire game. He also went for a robo follow-up, so he went into immortal production. He was able to shut down the attempted aggression from herO and then punish him back at home. herO went for a late Twilight Council, late tech because of all the early game gateway aggression, and he failed to kill Classic. GG. Failed to kill him. From there, he fell behind, he stayed behind, and Classic was able to snowball out of control from there. GG, well played. Congratulations to Classic, as herO may have won in RSL, but Classic, hey, he wins in the WardiTV Monday. So GG, well played. Whew. As I believe this was our first WardiTV Monday of 2026, by the way, Pappy. Yeah. GG, well played. So congratulations to Classic, and if you enjoyed the broadcast, if you want more of this is a weekly tournament every single week, every single Monday. We are live here with the WardiTV Monday. Of course, we'll be back next week as well with WardiTV Monday number 68. There is someone saying in the chat, and yes, for those that are unaware, if you look at the title of the stream, it does say replay cast in the title. It is whenever we do have a replay cast, it is stated in the title. This was last week's tournament, as we do cast these weeklies a week after the fact. The reason for this is because due to daylight savings, the WardiTV Monday now starts really late. It starts at 11 p.m. here in Australia, and it ends at around 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning, and it's very, very late. So a bit of a feels bad, man. A little bit of feels bad, man. But due to daylight savings, it starts very, very late for us here in Australia. So we have stopped casting it live, and now we cover it via replays instead. Once daylight savings hits again, or when it ends, I should say, we'll probably go back to casting it live. But until then, replays. Until then, via replays. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Again, happy New Year's, as this was our first WardiTV Monday cast of the year. And I do apologize if you've been watching over on YouTube. Again, the YouTube stream has been very unstable. It went down 3 times. 3 different times it went down. What can I do? What can I do about it? What can I do? So we'll have to try to look into what is going on there. So my apologies. We might end up doing a bit of a catch-up stream on YouTube specifically to rebroadcast these casts. Might be doing that later. Meanwhile, just catching up on our weekly schedule here. This is last week's schedule, do apologize, but we were live with the WardiTV Monday today. Tomorrow, in around 9 hours time, we're going to be live with the Patch Clash Invitational. That is a tournament that runs on a specific balance patch mod. So it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is an 8-player invitational, 8 different players, single elimination bracket with a 3rd place match. It is going to be featuring players like Inexorable, like Mixu, Chanchito. Pig is going to be waking up for that one. Oh my god. okay. And many others. So that is going to be this morning in around 9 hours time. I will do my best to wake up in time for it. I will do my best. I'm going to be probably running off of like 3 hours of sleep, so we'll do what we can. It'll be an experience for sure. It'll be an experience. But it's a unique balance mod, which does have a lot of changes. It's very extreme when it comes to its changes. I think, for example, it does have like a hive tech upgrade, which does allow roaches to be 1 supply, for example. It brings back the infested Terran. Everything gets changed. Like I say everything. Like there's just so many changes, so many upgrades have been added as well. It's quite a lot to take in. I think there's like a late game like Reaper upgrade on like the Ghost Academy or something. The Ghost itself has been changed. Nukes, Widowmines, Hellbats. Hellbats are no longer biological, so they can't be healed by Medivacs, for example. Cyclones have been changed. Like just everything. It's all crazy. Man. It's all crazy. So because that's going to be a little bit overwhelming when it comes to trying to even cast the game and trying to like get a handle on all the changes on all the units. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be a messy cast, but we'll have fun with it. Remember to fix the YouTube setup by switching the server, basically. Yeah, I'll do that right after this. I'll try to fix the YouTube issue. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you had a great New Year's. I hope you had a great time, and we'll see you guys in 9 hours for the Patch Clash Invitational. That should be the last cast of the week. We should be back on the weekend for some more StarCraft. Again, this week we're going to be leaving very, very open. The reason for this is because, for those that are a little bit unaware, recently did get some pet bunnies recently, a couple of months ago, I should say, and on the 7th of January, so this Wednesday, they are going to get fixed. They're going to get spayed. They're going to be desexed, and it's going to be a very, very stressful time, is what I will say. So I'm going to be looking after them and going to make sure they're okay, going to make sure they're eating, going to make sure they don't open up their sutures or anything like that. And it's going to be a really intense couple of weeks. I think it's around 10 days, like 10 to 14 days of recovery. And yeah, so I'm a little bit stressed out about it, but hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully there's no complications. The biggest issue is that because of the pain that they're in, they might stop eating. And if that happens, I have to like force feed them, basically. Like I have like syringes and like the equivalent of like baby formula to like make sure that they eat. It is not uncommon for that to happen, so yeah, to make sure that they're okay. So yeah, it's gonna be an intense 10 days. So because of that, we are gonna be being a little bit leaner, a little bit lighter when it comes to the cast over the next week. So again, in 9 hours we'll be live, and that'll be the last cast until the weekend. And even then, we're gonna be taking it a little bit easy, as the weekend is gonna be the return of the Pondcast. So I'll be taking it easy. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you want some more StarCraft, Wardi is about to go live with this week's WardiTV Monday, and sort of is laddering on his own channel as well. So give him some love, give him some support. Again, there's plenty of other people streaming, so give them some support when it comes to StarCraft. Otherwise, we'll see you guys again either tomorrow or over the weekend. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next time. Ciao, bye, ciao. See you next time.